Hi fashion lovers, welcome to my channel. So guys, this is part 2 of this two-piece. The first part was the shirt. This is the second part. I couldn't post the video once, okay, because of the how long it is, okay. So this is the part 2 of this two-piece, all right. So in this video, it will be the making of the shorts, okay, making of the shorts and how I finished it, the zipper and all the rest of them. Now let's move to the calculation. You already know, okay, we equally use this for the shirt too, like for the shoulder, bust and waist, hip, shirt length, half length. Okay, so for this short, I will be using the short length, which is 18, the laps 30, the sitting, all right, and that is it. Now this short in question has elastic on the waist, all right, it has elastic on the waist. So for that, it will not be, I will not be needing the hip length or the hip line, all right. I will not be needing that because it has elastic on the waist. And laps being the highest measurement, that is what I will fold, all right. You know, when it comes to trouser shirts, the highest measurement is the lap, okay. So I folded, all right, I folded the 15 inches already. Now after folding, we'll start marking. Now the sitting, remember the sitting I had 12. Yes, I had in the measurement earlier was 12. Cool, we mark 12. Then the total length, the short length, we had 18. Remember, but I think I'll reduce my sitting to 11. So I just took it up to 11. Then my length, I'm going for 20. It will be folded, okay. I'm going for 20. Once you have done that, you mark, you start marking your hip measurement all through, all right. But I think what is left is not much after marking, so I'll need to fold more. Then the same measurement, I marked it on my waist too, the hip measurement. Now before I did this, I did marking of half inches by the edge on open side. So you see, that is my hip. Then the next is to mark my laps, which is 15. Now what, after marking my laps, what I have left is not much, so let me just shift it a little bit. Then I'll mark out the half inches. Now these half inches I'm marking is more like cutting space. Yeah, you know, when you want to cut this side, you need space, okay. So the cutting space is half inches. I'll take rule, you know, connect the half inches long. That's what I'm doing right now. So I just need to remark. The length remains the same, it's just the width. The length remains the same. Remember hip. The hip is what I'm marking. I'm using the hip measurement all through. Have that in mind because it has elastic. I don't need my hip length, my hip line. At the same time, I'll not be marking my waist. I'll just go with the hip measurement. That is the hip I just marked. And secondly, when measuring the person, your hip, the hip should not be firm, should not be tight, please. Okay, it should not be tight. So that is it, guys. Now the next thing is my laps. 15. Once I've marked my laps, I'll come to the short length and get the middle. I just got the middle. That means total folded fabric divided by 2. That is my middle. Okay, that is the middle. Even if it's short, long, I like getting my middle. So if I decide to go for a fitted short, I'll know how to connect it. If I decide to go for a free short, I'll know where to connect. All right. So you can see I have 18. All right. So I'll just go for 14 inches. This is short. Okay, it's a short. All right. So the short ends close to the laps. All right. So I'm just taking out 1 inches to connect. But if you want it more deeper, you go in more, maybe by 2 inches. All right. Now that is it. You curve. You can see the curving, how I did the curving. The next thing is to cut. So let me get my scissors. Cut. Then you cut. So I'm cutting the flap. Now you can see how I curved it clearly right now. Maybe earlier it wasn't that clear, but right now you can see how the flap was connected and cut. Now this is my front pattern. Okay, I just need to place it and cut my back pattern. Now I'll be going for 2 inches. You can go for 1.5, you can go for 2. All right. Now, when cutting this short, we didn't add sewing allowance. All right. The 2 inches we are adding to the back is sewing allowance. Every sewing allowance goes to the back of your short, of your trouser. Then you place it. Now the waist side should be 2 inches above also. This is the back we are about to cut. The back has buttocks. like it's up. So the extension by 2 inches, you can see how I will place this fabric. I'll place it 2 inches ahead. All right, I'll measure out 2 inches ahead before placing the front. So because of the buttons, that is why we are having 2 inches by the waist side. Okay, you see how I'll place it. Now you can see the 2 inches ahead. That is the 2 inches ahead. All right. Then we cut. Now the every other part will be even. The flap side, I will have to add sewing allowance of the 2 inches. All right, but the side, it's even. So guys, that is the 2 inches. Okay, so what next? We just have to mark the down. I've already trimmed it to be even with the trouser length, but the up, watch what I'll do. All right, it will be slanted from the waist, the side waist, to the flap waist. You see the 2 inches I'm adding, it goes up to 2 inches at the flap side. All right, and at the length, the gown, you can see at the length I added 2 inches. All right, next thing, when you add the 2 inches, you connect. So that is how I connected it. Then you slant, you see how I'm connecting it back to the waist. Okay, so let me cut, you equally see what I did. You see that? Be sure. So that is it. Okay, I've done the cut. You see how it is. Can see the slanting at the waist top. Then you've equally cut the side. The side has to be even with the front. The only part that will not be even with the front is the waist, upper waist, the flap. All right, part of it that will not be even. Then the rest should be even. The next thing is to sew. You start with the sewing of the flap. All right, that is where you start. You join, you see here, the front first, the back separate, note, two of them together. You see I've joined them. Okay, so this is it. The back, you can see how high the back is at the waistline. I've equally added that to it. That is the back. Now let's get the front. So this is the front. You can see what I sewed. Okay, the front part of it. Now there will be zip on the front, so I'll be going for length 7 for my zip. I'll sew the rest. Okay, so I'll need to cut what I'll use for the zip sewing, then move to the machine for the sewing. I wish I did the cutting of this thing, this trouser on pattern. You know, when cut on pattern, you see the details very clearly, but fabric, it doesn't show. All right, especially for beginners. If it is for those that are already in it, that's are not beginners, they can easily understand. But for beginners, the best way for them to understand is through pattern. Okay, so what I'm sewing right now is the zip. My thread just finished. I think let me change the footer. All right, I'm putting a zip footer. I know we have zipper footer. All right, it makes you your sewing of zip very easy. Makes it very easy to sew and neater. So that is what I just changed to. Especially when you want your zip, you know, very close to the zip teeth. When you want your zip to be close, like when you sew it, it will be close to the teeth, the zip teeth. You use your zip footer, it makes it very close. You know, normal zip footer has two teeth, two mouths, but zip has just one. Right, so it makes it easy. So that is how I'm fixing my folded one side and started sewing on it, attaching it to the zip. All right, then the next one is to turn it over. You can see how I placed it right now. But first I will attach this piece to it. This piece I'm attaching to it is to give it enough fabric and make the sewing, that zipper, to give it weight. So that is it. I close it up. You can see how it is. Make sure you place it well. Pin. All right, make sure it is smooth. You can see I'm using pin to hold it down. I don't want it shifting. Okay, I don't want it shifting at all. I'm holding it down from the back first before giving it that design at the front. All right, now for the design I'll be starting from, I'm done with sewing the zip, so I'll just change it back to normal footer. Just change it back to normal footer. So now what I'm doing right now is just to give it that design that you usually see at the front. Okay, that is what I'm doing. You can see the curving. I'm done. So next thing is to join the two trousers. Now I forgot that this trouser has pockets. I was supposed to cut the pocket when cutting it, so After joining, I remembered and I'm back to the table to add pockets. All right. It's going to be side pocket. Now I'm going for 3. Now we can come in any shape. Your pocket can be in any shape, but mine is curved. Okay, it can be slanted, but I'm going for a little bit curve for the pocket. So that is how it will be. Yours can be this way slanted, but I'm not going for slanted. Now what I did was just see the curving. What I'm using to cut my pocket is about 12 by, it's about, not 12, it's about 15 in width. The length is about 11. You can see how long it is when I sew and turn. Okay, I'll sew it this part too. All right, so let me do that. Let me sew that and bring it for you guys to see. So I've sewn it. Okay, this is how it will look. I actually sewed one part alone. You see how it is. That is the pocket. You can see that is the pocket, neatly sewn. So let me show you what I did. This is after sewing it. Okay, I top stitch. All right, then I'll fold it in, take it in, place it very well. Then you see this, I'll fold it into 2. You see where it's coming out. This is it. You see how I placed it. Then you open the fabric, sew. You see where you're to sew. Let me show you. Okay, this is how it will be. Good, this is it. Okay, then you make sure the pocket is well relaxed. It has to be relaxing before you sew. Place it like it has to be comfortable. You see that you place it. Then you pin. Equally pin the waist. You pin the waist. You see it. I've not sewn it and it looking that way. Then you measure what you have. Make sure it's rhyming with what you left, you cut out. Okay, take pin and hold it down. You sew there, turn. You see here, you sew. All right, go back, sew straight. These are the places you sew. Once you have done that, you join your trouser and your trouser is ready. Now I've joined it. I joined the flap, the side, and you can see it. What is next? You can see the waist. I did elastic on it. That is the elastic. All right, so let me turn it for you guys to see how it looks properly. What is left is folding. I've not folded it. I need to fold it. Okay, please guys, if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to my channel. Right, give this video a thumbs up. Now the short is ready. What we just need is hemming. Once the down is hemmed, and that is all. Okay, that is all. You see that first you measure out your length again. Okay, then know what to fold in. You see, once I fold it in, it will be this way. You see that? That is it. So if you have any question, please feel free and drop it on the comment section. And if you have any video you want me to make for you, let me know. All right, so that is it.